Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon, this is Evil Genius, and Dirk Masters is here, thankfully surrounded by my social minions, but unfortunately John Steele is also in the neighborhood. Now John isn't anywhere near the front entrance, but he's getting closer. He's over here. I don't know what he's doing. No one ever knows what John Steele is doing. So I'm hoping that if John Steele gets within range of nope, no one's leaving. Sorry to tell ya, ain't no one leaving. Especially not my social minions. So once John is within range, I think he's going to start shooting Dirk Masters. And we've seen, playing here on hard mode, that the super agents seem to be invincible to most damage, but I'm curious if a super agent is invincible to another super agent's damage. We will see. Oh, wait, no. You are a mystery wrapped in an enigma, John Steele. Unlike your mom, who literally everybody knows. Anyway, so at least Dirk Masters is damn. Yeah, Diplomat's cut loyalty. Yeah, but he gets it right back. Ugh. Alright, well that's fine. So, the Spinny should have that well in hand. Meanwhile, just to recap, in case you didn't catch the end of the last episode, we're building a sentry gun here. We usually have 4. Dirk Masters started shooting them, and I decided to destroy them because I didn't want Dirk Masters or John Steele to accidentally blow up themselves when they were blowing up a sentry gun. Sorry, I'm just thinking of chaos. Anyway, where'd John go? Wait, what's going on in the base? Someone's in here that shouldn't be. Alright, they needs to die. So, anyway, I'm putting this here in the middle of everything because the way I look at it, if this is destroyed or even attacked, it gives me a chance to flag whoever is attacking whoever is attacking it. You know what, let's add another one behind it, like back here. That way they're far enough away that even if they explode, they won't set anything else on fire. They're not very useful to me in that current position, but right now we're doing a pretty good job keeping people out of the base. So this is more of just a distraction against any super agents or saboteurs, as it were. Alright, so when we last left off, we also had some Playboys. We've got 1. We've got 4 training devices. And we need to get these things going. Looks like 1 Playboy is trying. Wow, he has like no health left. He has no health left. Holy shit. So we need Playboys to get the next piece of the rocket, and so we have to get that. Like we have no choice. Okay, I don't believe that. I never believe it when I see they're returning to HQ anymore. A few episodes ago, we had Katerina Frostinova here, and she also had her returning to HQ. So I can't remember. I think I deflagged her, but I kept watching her, and she left the front part of the base here, and she went over here to this part of the hotel, and as soon as she crossed this door, like she was basically standing here where the cursor is, she came this way, stood here, and immediately switched off of going back to HQ, and she went into the hotel. So I don't trust super agents anymore. So, like, this is fine. If he is truly going back to HQ, he will ignore the social minion attack, and he will keep going. Although now he's swarmed again, so that's fine. I mean, if that's what he wants to do. Where is John? There's John. So yeah, I just don't believe it. I'm going to leave the tag up, because what happens if we keep the tag up? Who cares if we keep him kind of held? I mean, that's just good for us. So once we get the Playboys trained, which is really what we need to do more than anything else, I'm glad my boy flagged it. Let's get this out of here. Once we get the Playboys trained, we can go after the Doomsday Satellite Data Rocket Plan, whatever it is. It's this mission right here. Steal the rocket engine plans. So we need that, and we need 4 Playboys, 4 diplomats. I don't even think I've got the diplomats now. No, I've only got 2. So this is going to be a long, long process for me because, I mean, the only thing I can do is wait until everything kind of works itself out. And if frickin' John Steele and Dirk Masters continue to hang out here, then there's really nothing I can... Oh. Who's John shooting at? Oh, one of my yellow shirts. That's fine. Wait. Oh, John's having trouble. John doesn't know what to do with himself. John's running around in a panic. Just like his mom when I told her I wasn't going to call her back. Alright, this is probably good, because that animation locks one or both, apparently. Everybody is animation locked in this sequence, apparently. My social minions are locked. Oh, John unlocked himself just to shoot one of my yellow shirts who's coming out. That's fine. We've got enough money that we can live with that. He's still blue-ringed, too. Oh, now he's returning to HQ. I don't believe you, John. I'm going to keep watching you. Because I don't believe you. John and Dirk are both off the island, and we have finally restored our numbers, so now is the perfect time to go forth and try to get those rocket plans. So, we need 4 Playboys and 4 dips. So that's 4 dips and 4 Playboys, 3 scientists. Those are quantum physicists, I believe. No, they're not. 3 scientists and 3 mercenaries for protection. That's a guard. Man, we have so many classes of dudes now. Okay. Yeah, that should be enough. Wait, what's the risk on it? We don't know. Okay. Let's open up the control room. So, when you are trying to train your peeps, sometimes it's best to just start shutting things down. We also... John Steele is such a frickin' asshole that I was having trouble dealing with him, and so I must have been mistaken about John, because when he came in into my hotel and just started shooting all of my social minions. I don't know if that's a hard mode thing, or if he's always done that and I just didn't notice, but he was blue-ringed, no one did anything to him, and he just started shooting up the place. He's a jerk, and I hate his face. So, the only way to defend my social minions at that point was to shut down the hotel. Sorry, I thought I just heard his audio sting. I'm freaking paranoid. Anyway, by shutting down the hotel, all the social minions come back into the base to hang out. So that's going to have to be my go-to plan. As soon as I hear John's sting, I need all of everybody to get back into the base so we can hit him at once. I should probably do that with Dirk as well. I restored my sentry guns, but I've got these 2 back up, not only for a little bit of extra punch if anyone's in front of these, but for the same reason as before I mentioned where, you know what, I could probably spread these out even, which would protect them even better. This way, if John or Dirk decides to attack these, we have a little bit of extra warning, and if he attacks either of these in the back, I don't think the explosion would hit the other one, so it's not going to be effective against either of them, but it's going to be there in order to delay them long enough for me to react to their presence. So, it's the little things, man. The little things add up. Like, that's the thing about strategy games that I think non-gamers don't understand. Kind of in the same way that I think non-sports fans don't see that sports are often not about just the game itself, but for a true sports fan, it's about the little stories, the player who overcomes adversity, or this other player who's coming back from an injury, or the way a play early in the game sets up a play later in the game, you know, all those little individual stories. And strategy games live and die by the little tiny setups you did before you execute a grand plan. So anything you can do in Evil Genius to delay, especially the super agents and especially John frickin' Steele, will help you out. So you have to sometimes think outside the box. Nope, no one leaves. Nobody leaves. I don't care how low on the totem pole you are. If you're a worker, I'm going to flag you to capture. I don't care anymore. You're in this for life, buddy. I don't pay your insurance just to... Well, I mean, I wouldn't pay your insurance anyway, but I don't pay your insurance to have you leave with our great otherwise benefits package. Like, all the free exercise and beds you could possibly want. Yeah, where else are you gonna get that shit? Ah, crap. 2 mercs, and how much time? 12 seconds, I'll risk it. I'll definitely risk that. Come on, baby, you can do it. Get those rocket plans. GG, everybody back. Actually, hide. Everybody back. Everybody back. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. I was going to try to adjust our numbers so we've got more military minions, because I think we're running out of money, but we're not really running out of money. We have 1.5 million. It's funny that as money goes up, my standard of how much my threshold goes up too. Since my threshold was 250,000 before, and 250,000 would be enough for most minor emergencies. But I wanted 2 million since we had so much at one point. Alright, geez, someone's in here. Die! Okay, let's see. Out. Okay. Valet is leaving. No, you're not. Okay. Part of the reason people are leaving is the same reason as before. We just had too many bodies too quickly. Oddly enough, the global chaos hasn't really helped us. Which is very strange. Oh, this emits an aura. Okay. Let's put that here. Sure. We haven't been able to take advantage too much of global chaos, probably because we haven't had that many soldiers arrive. Now, from my memory, when global chaos is activated, it applies to all agents of all levels, but we've seen that's not true. It seems to only apply to super agents and soldiers. So the island's been pretty peaceful. I mean, other than Dirk showing up that one time, but no one attacked him like they did Katarina, so I don't know, man. Alright, so we've got the rocket plans. Now what do we need? Oh. Plans acquired, the rocket engine can be built. Okay. So let's do that. Rocket engines. And a long autosave that's going to pretend to crash my game. Well, that's good. I mean, at least we're making progress. Transmitter aerials. Yes. And a TV studio. Seems like it's redundant, but that's a very specific studio. And a catwalk console. Okay, we need the catwalk console. So, we are in the last throes of the game. We might even be able to deal with Dirk. Or not. I don't remember Dirk's thing. I don't know if we have enough notoriety to deal with Dirk at the moment. You know, actually, since John's in play, it is probably in our best interest at this point to go for notoriety, because with John in play, I mean, we're as bad as we can be, but the big difference between this situation and when I had to concede defeat in episode 40 is that we don't have the other super agents running around. So I am going to have to deal with that. Now, meanwhile, the transmitter aerial mission is freaking annoying. Let's just run missions for now, especially since I have so many diplomats and playboys. We need to start banging out some of these missions. 8 scientists? Frick. Alright, Well, I guess we should do the easy missions first. So, there's really nothing... 10 valets and what? 3 guards? I don't even have 3 guards. Alright. So I'll just run some missions and we'll see what happens. I'll stick with the early missions. Hopefully we get enough notoriety that will trigger the destroy Dirk What's-His-Bucket. Meanwhile, I don't know if I should do the aerials. Let's just go for notoriety. Sorry, I keep changing my mind. Anyway, yeah. So I'll run missions during this next time skip. Oh, geez. I forgot that, now that we have the launch button here, we have to run a test of the rockets to make sure it works, so we can do that now. So the requirement for that is, as you can see here, firing the engines is a dangerous process. If you run out of minions in the rocket cavern, the test must be started again. Providing multiple entrances to the cavern will make it easier for your minions to enter it. Fire the engines for an unbroken minute to proceed. So this is an annoying mission. What we have to do is, well, it sounds self-explanatory. Right now there's only one entrance to the cavern, and this is not a manual thing. This just kind of pops up when you extend a room out far enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a room here if I can. Oh, that's where the trap is. What am I doing? Oh, son of a bitch, really? Really, John Steele? You have to show up as I'm trying to run a rocket test. This is why NASA is defunded, John. It's all your fault. I mean, I understand that you're jealous because whenever your mom talks about a beautiful rocket, she's talking about my dick. But John, this is not the way to handle this, John. John, you need to just let it go. Alright, what mission did I get? Defeat Dirk Masters! That's what I want to see. We need to find out what makes this man tick. Our spies inform us that he regularly works out at Jim's gym in Minneapolis. If we send an undercover operative there, we should get some information. Okay, well, change of plans then. Who did I send out to do things? Did I send anyone out to do things? Yes, I sent people somewhere. Oh, for missions. Okay, well, that can be called off immediately. Alright, all of you guys just come on back. So, we need to get people into the Midwest. Oh. I really don't want to send the quantum physicists, but screw it. There is no risk that is too small or too great when you are trying to eliminate super agents. Okay, alright. What is John doing? John... Fuck off, John. Alright. There's really nothing I can do here. Was I... Oh yeah, I didn't even build my freaking... What? No, not the hangar. Build... Can you build a corridor? No. That would be enough, but... Oh, why don't I just build a training room? Durr. I mean a barracks. Yeah, there we go. That'll count. And then, you know what? I disabled this trap. Let's just go the whole way with it. Let's just take this trap down. We're going to need traps. Oh shit, John's here. It occurred to me that all my henchmen are out. Let's get everybody back into the closet. Oh, I guess Kane and Ivan are already there. Anyway. So, since I already am not using this room very much, we can start tearing parts of this down. I don't think going after the aerials this early is what I want to do. Did you fire the rocket? Try firing the rocket, buddy.
The perfect plan.
So, the whole thing with the rocket is that your minions have to constantly pour in. All of those delays you're seeing, that's graphical problems, but... yeah, the lightning bolts are going to fly everywhere. They're going to kill my minions. You lose a lot of minions when you do this. And it tends to focus on the science minions. So if all of your minions die, which it looks like they are... Yep, you ran out of minions in the rocket cavern, and the engine was a failure, or was aborted. Okay, so we need way more science minions if we're going to do that. But it's not a huge deal. because right now the main concern is getting Dirk dealt with. So, yeah, it looks like I can make an entrance there. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode. For now, there's not really anything I can do that I'm not already doing. Just have to wait for John to show up. But at least we have an in to defeating Dirk Masters, and that's the important thing. Because if we can just put this down to only John Steele, I think I can handle him, and we will be right at the end of the game. Yeah, it's not going to take much longer, folks. We are close to taking over the world. I don't want to do a 100% run, but I'm tempted to at least get my notoriety to 500. Although it's not necessary. You can beat the game at any notoriety. Like I said before, if you are incredibly efficient, you can beat the game before Dirk Masters or John Steele even come into play. That's a bit boring when that happens. Anyway, we'll continue this next time and tell John to... why beat around the bush? We're going to tell John to go fuck himself. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode.